Hundreds of parents have been up in arms about the graphic scenes of murder, torture and even monsters in the new Sunday night drama Jekyll and Hyde. Now, the show's writer, Charlie Higson, called the worried parents scaredy cats who need to grow up. Now, obviously, that got us all thinking here. You know, most of us here are parents. We have kids who are little and young and may have stayed in on Sunday to watch it. I must admit, I was looking forward to it all weekend. I'm a massive fan of Charlie Higson. He writes brilliant books. It wasn't necessarily what I thought it was going to be.
But it aired at 6:30
It did air at 6:30, and I must admit, it wasn't necessarily the scariness of it that took me aback. It wasn't quite Doctor Who, it wasn't quite Sherlock, I wasn't quite sure where it was going to sit. But I was sitting with kids aged 13 down to 9, and they couldn't sit through it. They found it a little bit too scary and a little bit too much. What for me was the sticking point, really, was that it was on at 6:30. So I suppose, is that just me being overprotective? Is it no different to Doctor Who when we used to hide behind the sofa?
Yeah, and Harry Potter. I mean, Harry Potter's really dark and quite scary, you know. And like, my boys at a young age loved Harry Potter. Kira was frightened to death, so she just never watched it. She's only started watching it recently, really. So,
but the Harry Potter film, Colleen, was shown before the Watershed, and now it's on a Sky channel that can show it 24 hours a day.
Yeah. But then that's down to you knowing your kid.
Yeah.
But as far as supposedly banning this Watershed,
I don't agree with that.
Well, that's what some
people
think
it's
say.
Nice to have that, your choice. You know what I mean? I don't want to see swearing and
But do you think that people understand that at 9 o'clock, up to 9 o'clock, certain things are supposed not to happen, then after 9 o'clock they can happen? Because it seems to me that the distinction has been totally blurred, and that you often see violent scenes and people being bludgeoned to death in soaps, and you see incredibly violent behaviour towards people in the soaps, even if they're not actually swearing, they're aggressive in a level that wouldn't be acceptable in the home at that time.
I don't understand. I think has somebody forgotten that we have a Watershed? Because even when you listen to the radio, afternoon plays, you hear swearing. I mean, I'm really bad swearing, not, you know...
Yeah, quite often they have swearing in Play for Today on Radio 4 in the afternoon.
Exactly.
The afternoon drama.
And also, you see stuff like at 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock, and somebody swears and you think, am I not understanding this? Has somebody forgotten we have a Watershed?
Well, I think some people are feeling, Sherry, that it's not necessarily relevant anymore, because, I mean, the Watershed came in 1964, that's the year that BBC Two was launched, and it gave viewers the choice of 3 channels for the first time, so therefore they could choose to swap around if they felt something was shown that was inappropriate. Obviously, there are hundreds upon hundreds of channels now, and as you say, there's one channel now devoted entirely to Harry Potter, and there's the internet, there's all children, they're saying, those who say we should scrap the Watershed, can access all kinds of material, so it's irrelevant now.
Well, I don't think it is irrelevant. I think it's down to your choice. If those parents that let the kids watch anything, they're not going to care whether there's a Watershed or not, but there are some parents that do.
And on the main television in the home, it's in the living room. I think that's the parental zone, and you're in charge, and you want to expect something standards, you know, on your own television at home.
Things sitting next to your kids.